Hi guys, it's Joanne Wilson from BarExamSuperhero.com, the one and only place where somebody let me have space to ramble about why the bar exam sucks. I am here today because, well, two things. It's the last week of bar prep. It's the most exciting week of bar prep because it's almost over, and it's the most horrifying week of bar prep because it's almost over. People are reacting in two ways that I have come into contact with. The one way that they're reacting is that they are completely falling apart. It's very important for those that are falling apart to understand that it's totally normal. I was one of you. I completely fell apart my last week of bar prep. You can ask anybody who was around me at that time. I posted horrific videos, I got told, about why I was miserable, why I hated the bar exam, and why I was going to fail. It's normal. Well, not the recordings, but to feel this way. It's normal because you're completely overwhelmed. All you see right now is the end result. All you see is actually what's going to happen in September of pass or fail. Right now, you don't need to be concerned about that. Right now, all you need to focus on is doing what you can while you can. That is your goal. You need to be able to sit and work and fix the areas that you are weakest in. Go back to your bar materials, go back to your checkpoint quizzes and all of those lovely, horrible tests that you had to take and see where your weak zones were. Focus on those. Don't keep going over the things that you know. That you don't have time to go over that stuff. You need to focus on the danger zone. Okay? Also, the bar exam is scary. I will not lie to you. Most people are terrified, even retakers. Okay? But here's the thing. There is no monster waiting inside the exam for you. Nobody's going to brand you. You're not going to walk across hot coals. All you're going to do is you're going to walk in the bar room. You're going to have your little ID that's got a number on it. You're going to match your number to your seat number. You will sit down and there will be a book waiting for you. Do not open the book until you're told to open the book, but there will be a book waiting for you. Okay? This will happen at each of the sections. Those are your test books. That's all that's waiting for you. They're smaller than your bar materials. I understand that there's more writing on it, but at this point, you will be shocked after it's done because you will realize it felt like an easy day of bar prep. You are doing substantially more work than you will in those 2 days. Okay? It's going to feel very strange. So don't worry. There's nothing horrible waiting in there. It's just an exam, like any other exam. Stop giving it more credit than it's worth. You are convinced, those who are falling apart, that your self-worth is tied up into this exam. It's not. You're a good person whether or not you do well in those 2 days. The world won't come to an end. People won't stop loving you. You will not forever be unemployed. You will not be a disappointment. None of those things. None of those things. If anything, people who know what you've gone through are incredibly proud of you. So please, please, I need you to sit there and think of all the good things, okay? Think of how far you've come. Think of, I don't care, puppies. Whatever makes you happy. I need you to pull yourself back together. If you have to duct tape your brain, duct tape your brain. I don't care. But I need you to be able to calm down long enough that you can go back through the materials that are your danger zone and get those down, okay? But what you're feeling is completely normal. If you need assistance, please reach out. Somebody will be able to help you. You can reach out to me or talk to your family and your loved ones, okay? But you're fine, I promise. Now the other concern zone is I get a lot of students who are going, I got this. I'm fine. I can't concentrate, but I'm fine. Okay. Stop it. Okay. You still have areas that you can work on. The danger of being overly confident at this point is almost worse than the people who are falling apart, because you could have danger zones that if you get too confident and cocky, you're not going to review during this week. You need to take a step back. You need to sit there and go, all right, I feel really confident, but there's got to be somewhere that I could remarkably improve. Go back to your materials. Go back to your practice exams. Go review them. You have areas of improvement that you could work on as well. And that brings up another important point, which is concentration. Lots of people are having trouble concentrating right now. You're fine. This is standard, okay? I had a friend who warned me about this. I went through it too. It's very, very difficult that week to concentrate. Because if you think about it, you kind of have somebody holding your hand during this whole time, unless you've been studying by yourself. Your bar review company has been holding your hand up until now. You've had scheduled lists of what to do, when to do it, how to do it, blah, blah, blah. You don't have that right now. You're in your last week and they kind of go, have fun, bye. No, it's awful. But you need to buckle down into those trouble zones. Now, as for concentration, a lot of people find that they are too mentally, I guess you would say mentally fractured. You feel like you have too much information in your head, and if you put any more in, that your head's just going to explode. Well, I've yet to see that knowledge actually makes the head explode, so don't worry about that part. But as for not having any more room for knowledge, you do. But here's the key. You need to work in small time periods, in small chunks. Like I said in the last videos, 10 question chunks. You do 10 multiple choice questions and you review them. And then you go to do 10 minutes and go back to the outlines of where you did not do well in the review. Or do 10 minutes of rule writing. Your essay prompts. Pull essay prompts, do 10 minutes. Do an outline and write out your rule statements. Little bitty chunks throughout the day will make it easier to concentrate, but it also will give you the time for a break. Now, if you have to take longer breaks this week, don't feel guilty. It's totally okay to take longer breaks. You're probably going to need the rest in order to get through the exam. I will be totally honest, I actually had to count today for somebody. I realized it was actually the last 4 days of bar prep I barely worked. I maybe did a half hour to an hour of work 2 days of that. That was it. I just couldn't do it anymore. And this is standard. It means that you just have too much information in your head and the fear is starting to get to you. That's another thing of why you get broken concentration is because you are focusing on the exam and what could potentially happen. If you try to relax, if you talk through those different issues that you're concerned about, you will take away the power of your fears, all right? So just talk about them and work through them. If you need to, go find a new place to study. Maybe you're having trouble concentrating because you've gotten too comfy in your study zone. Go somewhere unusual. Go to Starbucks, go to Panera, go somewhere that there's noise and there's people. Yes, your concentration is broken, but A, I'm giving you an excuse for your concentration being broken. But B, I'm also giving you a new environment that you can work in. Might help you concentrate rather than hinder it, okay? So that's today's little lesson. You're all going to be fine. Just focus on your danger zones. Do small amounts of study, okay? You'll be fine. Keep sending in those questions, those concerns, and anything else that you would like videos done of this week or any blogs. I will be sure to get them up as soon as I possibly can. All right, good luck, guys. I will be here if you need me. See you later.